Welcome to Whispers of the Web, where the hidden gems of the web come to life. Join us as we unravel the most fascinating tales, secrets, and discussions from across the web. Every whisper has a story. If you enjoy our journey through the whispers of the web, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the intrigue. Story number 1. My husband, male 29, gave me, female 26, an ultimatum. Stop people-pleasing or we're getting a divorce. How do I even respond? This is my first time ever posting here and using Reddit, so please bear with me. My husband and I met 7 years ago at the same university, started dating a year after that, and have been married now for 2. Other than this one issue, we get along very well and are generally really happy and good with each other. I will admit that I do have people-pleasing issues. I'm not really sure why. I think I'm just overly nice. My husband and friends have told me I can be a doormat to people. I always apologize first. I don't tend to argue with people, and I have been known to go out of my way to do something not explicitly necessary. I know this about myself. My husband clearly knows this about me too, as I've always been this way. He's encouraged me to figure out why I'm this way, and one time a long time ago he yelled at a friend of mine who was taking advantage of me in that sense. But that's about it. I'm also a pediatric oncology nurse at a really large hospital in a central city in my area. As you can imagine, my job is pretty taxing, emotionally and physically. I recently got a new charge nurse and she's not very nice. I complain to my husband often about it. Last night, I was laying in bed doing like absolutely nothing. My husband comes into the room, so stressed and angry looking, and snaps at me. "You need to stop being such a freaking doormat, or I have to leave. Seriously, my name, it's getting freaking annoying." I was shocked and also confused, since we hadn't been talking about anything like that. I asked him what he meant, and his tone did make me immediately tear up. My husband has never yelled at me like that before, blatantly rude and cursing at me. He rolled his eyes and told me, "Your job, your friends, this marriage, all you do is lay down and let people walk on you." I said I don't mean to do that, and I'm sorry. But he just stormed out of the room after that. He left to work so early this morning we didn't even have a chance to talk. He sent me a text this morning. All it said was, "I'm sorry, we're gonna talk tonight." Like, what does that even mean? I'm so distraught. I can't believe that he yelled at me like that. What am I even supposed to say now? I mean, going to therapy if that's what he really wants me to do. But I doubt I'm gonna change. I've always been this way. Is my marriage doomed then? It sounds like your husband was picking a fight, and he doesn't like that you refused to fight. That is how it is coming across, but being a people pleaser can be detrimental to someone. It's important that you ask him what he was specifically upset about when he blew up on you. I know confrontation is difficult for people pleasers. I am a recovering one, and still take days before I can confront someone. I don't know how I will ever be able to confront someone in the moment, but with therapy I do think I'm going to get there someday. So I would recommend therapy if you see it as a problem. But it has to be something that you want to change about yourself. I wish you all the best. You did not deserve to be yelled at by him, and he owes you a much better apology. Story number 2. I, 40 male, found out wife, 40 female, sent nudes on Reddit. Approximately 2 months ago, I discovered my wife had been using Reddit very frequently, staying up until well after I had gone to bed to post and comment, mostly on this subpage as well as many others that involved sex to some extent. I discovered her screen name, which is when I found the hundreds of private and personal comments she made regarding our relationship, as well as issues I didn't even know she had interest in, threesomes, etc. For the record, she claimed she would never have a threesome, and was simply intrigued by the idea. I mostly believe her. While reading her comments, I found out about a one-night stand she had before we were engaged. I was crushed, and I know she felt bad about me finding out. We have kids and it was over a decade ago, so I know I just need to get over it. Fast forward to last week. I came home early from work and overheard her talking to herself. I was extremely confused with what I heard, and eventually confronted her about it. She admitted to sending a completely nude picture to a random married man. This dude apparently reached out to her directly after some sort of marriage advice she gave him. She claims they chatted for about 2 weeks before things became sexual. How would you handle this situation? I'm crushed and not sure what to do. While I feel like Reddit as a whole can be extremely informative and valuable, it's crap like this that has rubbed me the wrong way entirely. Edit. For the record, I had a couple years of severe depression, which I know impacted our relationship quite a bit. I just feel like this all just crossed the line on her end. It sounds like she's living a double life, one in real life and one on Reddit. I'm sorry this is happening to this poster. Your wife has crossed your moral boundaries, and grappling with that reality is really difficult. That deep of a betrayal is difficult to move past. Do you think she would be open to couples counseling? Story number 3. I, 18 male, didn't want my girlfriend, 18 female, to go busking. She is really sad about it. Did I do anything wrong? Context. We are both 18 and been dating for almost a year and a half. She always enjoyed singing and busking, talented at it as well. I'm really proud of her. The thing is, she had an ex-boyfriend she went busking with before, during and after their relationship. We argued about this dude before. He asked her to hook up, she rejected it, and she lent him money, $2,500, during our relationship. Also, she cheated on her previous boyfriend with this ex. At the end of the argument, she cried and promised me never to contact him and will block him on anything. Recently, the ex has been trying to contact her, wanting to go busking together. She heard it from their mutual friend. She seems like she really wants to go since she loves busking and doesn't have the equipment. He has them. When I expressed my concerns, she said I was obstructing her pursuing her music dreams. I felt really bad. She went busking with different people, including males alone before, and I fully support it. But I just couldn't act or feel nothing with this particular person. Did I do something wrong? So you set a boundary with her to have no contact with this dude she has cheated with before, and now she wants to spend hours with him. That sounds like she doesn't respect your boundary, and in my opinion, once a cheater, always a cheater. You two are young. It may be time to find someone you better mesh with. Story number 4. Girlfriend, 24 female, called me, 27 male, unreasonable for refusing to give up my bed. I live with my girlfriend, and at the weekend her best friend is coming to stay at ours for 2 nights. Her best friend lives quite far away now, so they don't see each other too often. My girlfriend mentioned that when they were younger they used to have sleepovers and would spend the night watching TV in her room, and ended up sharing a bed. She asked if I would mind having the sofa for the weekend so her and her friend could have the bed. I refused, and said I'm not going to be kicked out of my bed. I said they can still sit in the room and watch TV, etc., but then her friend can have the sofa. My girlfriend said I was being unfair since it is only 2 nights. I just repeated that I'm not getting kicked out of my bed. My girlfriend accused me of being unreasonable since it was only going to be 2 nights. How would you handle this? Edit. Just realized I didn't include the gender of the friend. They're both straight women. TLDR. My girlfriend's friend is coming to stay, and my girlfriend said I was being unreasonable and unfair by refusing to give up my bed for 2 nights. How would you handle this? This is a post I don't quite understand. I am usually someone to offer up my space in the bed before anyone else to ensure my guests are comfortable. So if my partner requested it of me, I would gladly do it. A couple of nights on the couch sounds like a small sacrifice to help make your partner's experience exactly what she is envisioning. There is also another option. If you have a TV in the living room, you can set up a king-size their mattress in there, and they can have their space in there to relive the olden days. But honestly, I would just give up the space in the bed because I love my partner, and it's a small sacrifice. Story number 5. I, female 24, have severe claustrophobia, and my husband, male 33, locked me in a closet. How do I move on from this? I feel so bad even having to write this. I have severe claustrophobia. Like I can't stand any sort of space that makes it feel like I can't move. I hate planes, and back seats of cars, and just generally anywhere like that. I feel like I can't breathe, or like I'm gonna get suffocated. I know it's completely ridiculous, but I guess that's why it's a phobia. My husband clearly knows this, especially because I don't like being laid on or held down for the same claustrophobic reasons. Last night I was retrieving something from my closet. It's a small closet, like big enough for me to get inside, but if you closed the door, I'd be jammed between the clothes and shelves and the door. And that's exactly what my husband did. I immediately started to lose it, and he was holding the door shut from the other side, and he was laughing, and I begged for him to open the door. I tried to stay calm, but I genuinely started to cry. My stomach was churning. I felt like I was gonna either suffocate or have a heart attack. He put something between the handles so that I couldn't get out. He left me in there for 15 minutes while I sobbed, and he laughed. I eventually vomited in the closet, and that's what made him let me out. I feel so horrified. Why would my husband do this? He knows I'm claustrophobic. He could hear me crying and begging. I feel violated. Is that overdramatic? This sounds literally torturous. I am so sorry he put you through that. That doesn't sound like a safe man to have in your life. In my opinion, you need to leave him before he not only does it again, but escalates it to a more dangerous situation. Thank you for joining us for today's journey through the whispers of the web. Share your thoughts and suggestions for our next adventure. If you're not yet a part of our whispering community, click the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications to never miss out on another story. Join us next time as we uncover another enthralling tale from the web. Until our next whisper.